name is Stephanie Carrico, and I'm going to be doing my personal attitude speech, and these are my 8 audience members. So I have decided to do my personal attitude speech on whether or not kids should have homework after school. So we've all gone to school, and we've all had our share of homework. And if you are anything like me, then you hated your homework. And right now I have 4 kids in school, and they all have homework, which means I still have homework and I still hate it. So when I talk to other parents at sporting events and school events, we all talk about how much homework our kids have every night. So 3 of my kids are in public school right now, and depending what teacher they get, that kind of tells me whether they're going to have homework or whether they're not, because some teachers believe in it and some don't. So I feel like kids are given too much homework considering the amount of time they have after school to do it. And I think it puts stress on the kids, and I think it puts stress on the parents, and just makes for a stressful evening. So I'm not opposed to all homework. For instance, if they didn't finish their homework in class, then they should be able to do that at night. I think kids who struggle may need a little extra work at home, just to help them practice more. My 2nd grader, she's required to read every night, and I think that kind of homework is okay. I think that it helps her become a better reader, but it's a fun activity that we can do with her, but it's educational as well. The schools, along with the government, they've all started these healthy initiatives and talk about how they want kids to eat healthier, and they want them to have more activities and more outside time. But if you're giving kids all this homework to do after school, how are they supposed to go outside? How are they supposed to do their extracurricular activities? Instead of playing video games and watching TV, they're sitting at the kitchen table, writing and reading and doing all of that. I think if they are given hours of homework every day, they don't have the opportunity to do all the activities that, the schools and the government want them to do. My middle schooler, he has 6 classes every day. So if each teacher he had gave him 30 minutes to an hour worth of homework, it's just impossible for him to do it. He would have no time to do anything else but come directly home and do his homework. He wouldn't have time for extracurricular activities. He wouldn't have time to go outside and play. We would have to immediately come home, sit at the table, and start homework for the night. After the homework, it'd be time to eat. Then you have to give him a bath. Then you have to get him ready for school the next day for it all to start over again. I think that the homework they're getting during the week is just busy work that they could be doing in class. And it's not just the homework during the week, it's the homework that they get on the weekends, and it's the projects that they get each semester to do. If you're talking 6 classes and 3 or 4 of those teachers give them a project, which takes multiple hours of work, then that's projects on top of homework every night, on top of weekend homework, and they just don't have time for anything. So the amount of time they have to do the homework is another factor. My 6th grader doesn't get out of school till 4 o'clock, so by the time he gets home, it's 4:30. I can't get him to just directly go doing his homework, so he wants to come home, he wants to eat a snack, he wants to relax for a minute. So by the time he starts his homework, then it's dinner time, and time just rolls into each other, and by the time we're doing homework, it's 9 o'clock at night. Some parents who go to work, they don't even pick their kids up from after school programs or daycares till 6:30. So by the time they get home, their time is even more limited than someone whose parents don't work. So you also have to look at the fact that many households have more than 1 kid. So that means more than 1 kid means multiple amounts of homework. And as a parent, I know that when my child has homework, that means that I have homework. And parents don't want to go to work all day, then come home and have a stressful evening of trying to get their kids to do more work, and that just means more work for them. So in my opinion, I think the schools concentrate more on the kids passing these standardized STAR tests than they do on actually teaching them the curriculum. I think that if they taught the kids the curriculum more and focused on the material that they needed to know, then they wouldn't have an issue passing the STAR test in the first place. But I think they take all these practice tests and they use all their class time trying to teach them ways to pass the STAR test, that it makes them have extra homework at night that they're not getting to do during the day. So, in closing, I think that the schools need to limit the amount of work being sent home with the kids on a daily basis. I think the less homework being sent home, the better it is for kids and their parents. I think the kids will have more downtime and more time to do extracurricular activities. And I think that it will put less stress on the kids as well as less stress on the parents. So that is my personal attitude speech, and I'm going to once again show you my 8 audience members. Woo!